Hello everyone, I'm Aman Gupta and today I'm going to present the paper Deep Learning Role-Based Approach to Link Prediction in Neural Networks. So the motivation behind this research project was that the problem of predicting links has gained much attention in recent years because of its application in various domains such as sociology, network analysis, information science, etc. So many methods have been proposed for the link prediction task, but most of these methods required handcrafted structural feature selection to calculate the similarity score between the pair of node in a network. Some of the methods uses local structure information, while other uses a global information in a graph. And this method don't tell which properties are better than other. So we thought of one way to overcome this problem is to consider both network structure and the node attribute information to capture the discriminative features for link prediction tasks. So we proposed a deep learning autoencoder based architecture for extracting these features where we don't need any human intervention or manual feature selection from the network. And using this features vector, we use this feature vector for the link prediction task in the network. So in the rest of the session, we will see the introduction behind our proposed model, what is the intuition and defining our problem statement of link prediction task. And then we will see how we selected these features, extracted these features, and we also introduce one more idea of role-based approach. And find the model architecture, we give you the overall architecture, how the workflow of our architecture, how we are finding the features and adding the idea of role-based intuition in our network. And then in the end, we will talk about our experiment result on the data set which we have used and the state of the art methods which we use to compare with our method and the others. And we will at the end we will see the observations which we have. So with the surge of internet, everything is almost interconnected via social media platforms. For example, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, professional blog, and websites. So network have become a tool to represent this interconnection in their respective scenario. Lots of issues exist when dealing this type of network. For example, every day relationships are changing among the individual. Some new links are formed and some of them are vanished. So this behavior make the scenario quite complex and dynamic to for the link prediction task. So if we define our problem statement of link prediction, so suppose we have a snapshot of a graph at time t where we have a v number of nodes and the e edges between this node. So we have this snapshot at time interval t0 to t1. So the task of the link prediction is to find this future nodes which will be formed in the future. So we wanted to find the set of edges in the time interval t dash 0 to t dash 1 where t dash 0 to t dash 1 is greater than t0 to t1. So we are trying to find the future links which is going to be formed. So most of the classical approach which has been proposed for the link prediction task is based on the structural properties of the graph. So these methods are easy to compute and they don't need any extra information like the meta information about the graph or node attribute information. So they don't need this extra information. So they are easy to compute and they have been further divided into three categories: local, global, and quasi-local. So when we talk about the local indices, they extract local information like degree, degree of the node, common neighbors of the node, clustering coefficient, etc. So classical method for the indices which have been given is common neighbor and Adamic adder. These are the methods which have been in comes under the local indices. So whereas the global indices focus on extracting global properties, as these methods are not applicable for the larger graph because they are considering the whole network. So working for the larger graph take more complex and take more time. So alternative way trade-off between this local and global is a quasi-local thing, so which are sufficient as local indices but not limited to the neighborhood information. So example could be a random walk, page rank, and cats. Yeah, random. So also several machine learning methods have also been proposed, both supervised and unsupervised way, where they aims at finding hidden structure or pattern in the data and try to learn the suitable representation that could act as a useful input for several tasks. So apart from this feature extraction from the network, link prediction task can in the social network can also be treated as grouping the node based on the similar structural properties. Could you move to the next slide? Yeah. So based on the similar structural properties and behavior. And here we defines the roles. So roles can be defined as the functionality of the nodes in the network. So consider a social network social network of a corporation where we have a different roles in the where people have different roles. For example, there are manager, engineer, consultant, and analyst. So suppose one manager is in US and one manager is in India. So both of them are doing the work as a manager for the organization. So there are chances that there are high probability that this manager are must be connected to each other. So that was the intuition of the roles or using the roles in our architecture. So what we did, we used this node role relationship in our network to act as an additional feature vector for our evaluation. And using this node role relationship, we say that given a network, we define the node role relationship between them with the intuition that two nodes belong to the same role, or we could say that they are well connected to each other if they have similar structure or behavior. And it also helps in understanding the underlying behavior in the network. So in this paper, we have two objectives. One is to find the feature matrix from the graph, and the second thing is to find the node role relationship in the graph. So the matrix is obtained by using the latent representation of the autoencoder architecture. And the node role matrix is determined by applying the non-negative matrix factorization on this extracted features. So once we get our desired feature matrix, the link prediction task can be well formulated as finding the similarity between the nodes based on these extracted features. So we have the proposed architecture is an unsupervised framework of deep learning model, which try to map the adjacency matrix of a given graph in a node feature matrix. This architecture don't need any handcrafted manual feature selection. So what we did, so suppose we have a v number of node in a graph, and so when we represent this graph in adjacency matrix, so the total dimension of the adjacency matrix will be v cross v. So before feeding this network, before feeding this original adjacency matrix to the neural network, autoencoder neural network, we need to normalize it. Why? Because normally neural network uses the original adjacency matrix in layer-wise propagation function, and that causes a change in feature scale of the feature vector. So the different scale of input values are problematic in training. Training those networks that uses a stochastic gradient descent. So to mitigate this problem, the original adjacency matrix is normalized by averaging the corresponding neighbor rows. So as you see, like we have also could you move it back one slide? Yeah. So we also try to enforce to all when you see this a bar a plus I, which is also including own features. So we also try to take it self loop also. So go to the top part. So we feeded this normalized order and matrix to the autoencoder. So as we know, our autoencoder consists of two parts, encoder layer and decoder layer. So the encoder layer compresses the input into a lower dimensional code, also known as latent representation. And the objective of decoding layer is to reconstruct this input using the compressed code. So what we did, next slide, yeah. So what we did when we feed this adjacency matrix V cross V to the encoder layer. So before feeding to the decoder layer, we take this latent representation as our feature matrix for our for computing the similarity function for our link prediction task. So once after getting a the latent representation of the graph, the second is to find the node role relationship. So to estimate the node role relationship, we use the non-negative matrix factorization on our latent feature vector which we get from the neural network. So First, we need to define the number of roles which we needed. So we don't know, as we don't know the number of roles in the network, what will be. It's like similar as the k-mean clustering algorithm. We don't know the number of cluster which we needed in with the network. So we try to find the number of roles in the network by using the minimum descriptive length criteria to select the optimal number of roles in our network, and that applying this MDL minimum descriptive length to our non-negative matrix factorization, whichever give the minimum loss, we take the that number of rows for our graph for our feature matrix. So next slide. So if you see the overall architecture of our model, so first what we did, we are feeding the adjacency matrix to the autoencoder part, where what we are taking the latent representation, and then using that latent representation, we are applying the non-negative matrix factorization, which gives me the node row relationship. And at then we are concatenating both the node feature matrix and node role matrix to get our final feature matrix for our computing the similarity function for the link prediction task. So the model architecture consists two hidden layer. The first hidden layer has 16 neuron. Second hidden layer had 8 neuron. We have used a stochastic gradient descent algorithm, and the learning rate is set to low as 0.01. So our experiment setting is something like that. Suppose we have a graph at time, some time t, where u number of edges are there in there. Uh, Total possible links in the graph could be u. Now what we did, there are some existing links e and the non-existing u minus e. So what we did, we tried to hide some of the existing links which we are going to predict in future. So we define those existing as EP. So we our aim is to find those existing missing links for our task. To evaluate our model, we have used two evaluation metrics. One is precision, and second is AUROC. So AUROC is estimated as likelihood that a chosen missing link has a higher score than a randomly non-chosen link, which is defined by this equation n1 plus 0.5 into n2 divided by n, where n is the total number of independent comparison between existing links and those which are non-existing links. And N1 is the number of times missing link with a higher score, and N2 is the number of times they have same score. Here, score is after that when we find the links, we applied the non-similarity cosine similarity function between the attributes to calculate a score, and based on score, we are evaluating these things, precision and AUROC. Similarly, precision can be characterized as the proportion of relevant item to the number of items chosen. So it is defined by this equation LR upon L, where LR is the number of predicted links, and L defined as the predicted links having top scores. So here are some of the methods which are mostly widely used in the literature, and we have compared with this method, compare our method with this other methods, and we have used data set from. So we have used 12 data set. It contain both type of data set. It has a smaller graph as well as larger graph. So for example, in terms of karate, it has a 34 nodes, and E represent the edges. So for the karate data set, it has 34 nodes and 78 edges. Similarly, if we talk about the larger graph, so Facebook and could be one of the such larger graph where they have 4,039 vertices and 88,000 edges. So we have considered both type of graph, larger and smaller, and in the difference. So when we see the performance of our algorithm on the with compared to the other methods, so ALP is autoencoder link prediction based. This is our proposed method, and when we see the result of the average precision across all the data set, it is almost out of 12 data set, it is coming out to be best in 11 of them. So, and the result is also have been significantly improved. As you see in the karate data set, the second best result is around 15%, whereas ALP is giving 65.65%, 65% values. So similarly, our method is in terms of precision, our method is performing very much better with other methods. So when we talk about in terms of AU ROC, so our method is based in six of them. It is second best in most of the methods, so it give a comparatively better result when we compare with the others. So the third method, which we have also considered the robustness as a criteria to evaluate our method. So what robustness represent means, like when how our model proposed method is affected when we try to randomly add a noise, like randomly adding a link or randomly remove a link from a network. So how our method behave. So the robustness will, like from the graph we could say that if our model doesn't fluctuate much with the AUC ROC value, so we could say that our model is very much robust to with the randomness in our network. So as you in the x-axis, this value represented the this percent of data we have randomly removed from the data set. When we go in the left of the x-axis, so for example, when you could see 0 0.0, so this suppose this is a graph at time equal to t. Now what we did, minus 0.2 represent that we have randomly removed 20% of the data from the network, and 0.2 means we have randomly added 20% of the edges in the network. And then we try to compute our AU ROC values. And when we see that our most of the methods are fluctuated between 0.4 to 0.2, and our method is also somewhat similar. So in some of the scenario, like when we compare with the cats and PA, these methods are fluctuating a lot, but our method is somewhat robust to this type of things, randomness. So overall, our conclusion is that our proposed method ALP is evaluated both on average precision and AU ROC, and which shows its superiority over the baseline method. Robust analysis against the noisy links is shown, which represent the effectiveness of our proposed method. So our method is giving a significant performance in terms of AUC and precision, and it's also robust in nature. Thank you.